I just want to pick up one more thing on what one was saying.
No, Sarah wants to say something. I'm trying to give her a bit of a little chance to say something.
This one, I don't think this one, does this one work? No.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, all right, good. I just wanted to say that I really, I admire all the internet organizing and the technology of the Obama campaign was amazing, but I hope that that never replaces the direct person-to-person contact, because I think ultimately that the really the really direct contact is what is most powerful and most effective. And there's one example that I talk about a lot, which is that one of the first things that we did in Massachusetts, since such a big part of our organizing was to go to New Hampshire, was we started setting up carpools everywhere we possibly could. And many of you know this. We tried to have a carpool in every town, or at least, you know, at least in every general area. And those were very effective. They weren't just carpools. They were almost local meetings themselves. And they were incredibly effective. People would learn about this sometimes through the internet, but mostly by word of mouth. And they would come and they would show up, and that was the starting point. That was how they got engaged. And I think proof that was more successful than an internet tactic was that at a certain point, which was really much farther down the road, the Obama campaign said, well, we're starting this program called Drive for Change. And this is a blue state program. This is going to help you get more people out to other states, up to New Hampshire. And they had no idea that at the same time we'd organized all these local carpools. So they started sending out these blast emails with Drive for Change. And we were seeing that we were, you know, there were dribs and drabs of people and we were supposed to call them, but we got thousands more people up to New Hampshire by getting them to those local carpools, and that was much more by word of mouth than it was through technology. So I think it's a good example of as you were saying, that there's got to be a balance of the two. So.
Ethan?
So I absolutely agree with the need for balance, and also absolutely agree with the primacy of local networks and interpersonal networks. I think they're what community is built on. I want to bring it back to the local for one moment as well, which is that as important, as much as technology can only hope to augment these local networks, technology tools are extremely powerful, and being able to know if you know how to use technology tools and have access to them, you really multiply your effectiveness in advocating for policies, in supporting politicians who are running. And people need to have access to those tools. For those reasons, there are some local campaigns going here in the Boston area, the Massachusetts area, and in local communities all over the country around universal broadband access, around support for local technology centers. So we're here in Dorchester now, there's a network called the Timothy Smith Network that supports local community technology centers. There's adult education, adult training programs for technology. You know, the need for comprehensive programming in local libraries and local schools. That you know, at that level, it really is a justice issue to turn on your justice nerves. That everyone needs to have access to these technology tools. Everyone should understand how to use them and be able to be a change maker in their own community.
I really agree with that. And I also, we're launching a distance learning version of my organizing class in the fall. So we will see. You know, you got to jump into it in order to engage with it.